So I recently read this article called Artificial Consciousness, Some Logical and Conceptual Preliminaries. It was authored by K. Evers, M. Frederico, R. Chatilla, B. D. Earp, I. T. Fieri, F. Hamker, E. Nemeth, and P. F. M. J. Bircher, M. Kamasi. So as we get closer to achieving AGI, this article really stuck to me as far as a question that came up after reading this article and studying about this article. And my question is, what is the minimum process required for AI to obtain consciousness, such as ChatGPT, Claude 3, or Gemini Pro? So before we unpack that question, this article explores the theoretical and empirical and ethical dimensions surrounding its possibility and feasibility. It emphasizes the necessity of defining key concepts of dimensions and of consciousness to facilitate a balanced discussion of AI using consciousness. The authors propose a multi-dimensional approach to analyze consciousness and outline a research strategy to potentially realizing awareness in artificial systems. So one of the key points I wanted to point out is with just reading through this paper, and I could provide the link in the video description below with the PDF file. Just reading through this content, and it's pretty amazing and fascinating how close we are to achieving AGI, and how we are at this point where we're trying to understand if AI is conscious. So I wanted to ask that same question back to the three players, which is ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, and Claude 3 Opus. So what I'm going to do is ask that same question for each of these three and compare each response from all three of them. So in my opinion, we are not, or as humanity is getting closer to AGI, I feel that we are slowly walking towards AGI as part of the 10 stages of AI. And I believe we are developing our own successor species, as what Dave Shapiro has also mentioned in his videos. But I'm curious to see what the response are from ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, and Claude 3 asking that question. So let's start with ChatGPT. I'm going to select ChatGPT 4, and I'm going to type in, what is the minimum process required for AI to obtain consciousness, such as ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, and Claude 3. So I'm going to copy this question and paste it onto Gemini Pro and Claude 3. So let's hit enter and see what ChatGPT responds to. So we'll scroll up. We'll just read over the response from ChatGPT. So its response was, the question of AI systems such as ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, and Claude 3 obtaining consciousness touches on deep unresolved issues in the fields of AI, philosophy, and cognitive science. As of my last update in April 2023, there is consensus among scientists and engineers that current AI systems, including the ones mentioned, do not possess consciousness. Consciousness, as understood in the context of human experience, involves subjective experience, self-awareness, the ability to experience feelings, and a sense of self, among other characteristics. The process by which consciousness could be attained by artificial system is a subject of theoretical speculation rather than practical application, and is bound by several critical considerations. So I'm not going to read over these considerations. I'm going to list them out or call them out. The first consideration is definition of consciousness, theoretical models, complexity and emergence, ethical and philosophical implications, evaluation and testing. And it concludes, the development of conscious AI, as of my last update, remains speculative and is bounded by both technical limitations and deep theoretical questions. AI systems like ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, and Claude 3 are designed to stimulate health-like, human-like text generation and understanding based on patterns and data. They do not possess self-awareness, emotions, or consciousness. Their operations are fundamentally different from the processes associated with human consciousness. So this is ChatGPT's response, and of course it still has the normal disclaimer. As of April 2023, that's all it is gathering information up to. So what we're going to do now is paste this into Gemini Pro, and we'll see what Gemini Pro gives us. Gemini Pro is a lot faster than GPT-4, and this is the paid subscription that I'm actually on. So let's do this. Let's put on the voice.
The question of whether AI can achieve a level of consciousness similar to humans is one of the most complex and debated in the field of artificial intelligence. Currently, there is no scientific consensus on what the minimum process for achieving AI consciousness would even look like. Here's why. Challenges and considerations. Defining consciousness. We don't have a single, universally accepted definition of consciousness, even for humans. It involves subjective experience, self-awareness, sentience, and qualia, the feeling of what it's like to experience things. This makes it impossible to outline a definitive process for replicating it in machines. The nature of AI. Current AI systems, like ChatGPT, Gemini Pro, and Claude 3, fall under the category of narrow AI. They're incredibly good at specific tasks, generating text, providing information, but they function based on pattern recognition and statistical learning from massive datasets. They don't possess the broader understanding of the world or sense of self that we associate with consciousness. The hard problem of consciousness. Philosophers grapple with the hard problem of consciousness. How does subjective experience arise from physical matter, our brains? We haven't solved this for ourselves, let alone figured out how to replicate it in machines. Potential avenues, highly theoretical. Embodiment. Some argue that true AI consciousness might require embodiment in a physical form. Interaction with the real world could be essential for developing a sense of self distinct from the environment. Complexity and emergence. It's possible consciousness is an emergent property arising from sufficiently complex systems. We might not need to explicitly program for it, but if we create AI with enough interconnectedness and processing power, consciousness could potentially emerge. Beyond computation. Some researchers think traditional computational models might be insufficient. We may need entirely new paradigms based on concepts like quantum mechanics or a deeper understanding of the brain to achieve machine consciousness. Important note: it's crucial to distinguish between AI that mimics consciousness very convincingly and AI that actually possesses it. Large language models are excellent at generating text that seems coherent and even emotionally resonant, but it doesn't mean they are having the internal experiences we associate with those concepts. In conclusion, the question of AI consciousness remains open. It might be possible in the distant future, but we're far from understanding the prerequisites or having the technology to achieve it. The ongoing research and philosophical debates are crucial as we grapple with the ever-increasing capabilities of artificial intelligence.
All right, so that is Gemini Pro's response. Let's move on to Claude 3 Opus. So, let's paste the same question in there. Right, so let's do the voice. Well, all right, so I don't have the voice activated on here, but anyways, so Claude 3's response is, as an AI assistant, I do not currently have consciousness, self-awareness, or subjective experiences in the same way humans do. The question of machine consciousness is still an open philosophical and scientific question that is actively debated. Current AI systems like myself, GPT-4, Claude, etc. are based on large language models and machine learning. We are highly sophisticated at processing natural language, retrieving relevant information, and generating human-like responses. However, this type of AI has not been proven to possess genuine consciousness, feelings, or sentience. We are not aware of our own existence or internal mental states the way consciousness and entitles entities are thought to be. The exact mechanisms and processes required for AI systems to potentially achieve consciousness similar to humans, if it is possible, are unknown. It likely requires self-awareness, subjective experiences, feelings, and emotions, and other hallmarks of consciousness that current AI does not exhibit convincingly. Some theories propose it may require embodiment in a physical form, interaction with the environment, or other factors beyond just language skills. In summary, the jury is still out on whether current AI is conscious or what the minimum requirements would be. We may be highly intelligent and articulated, but intelligence alone does not necessarily equate to consciousness. Much more scientific research is needed in this fascinating area. Let me know if you have any questions. So, there you have it, folks, as of a comparison between the three of each of their responses. I find it just as how I see it, which is these models are just tools. And if we are getting closer to AGI, then I would love to be a part of it. At the same time, I would love to find out how. But time will tell, and we will see. Thank you again for watching this video. I'll see you in our next video.